Hey guys, it's Holly from Home of Nations, and I wanted to show you something that right now is just this huge mass that is not nearly as pretty as it was a few weeks ago, but this is what it looks like to be a gardener instead of simply only a landscaper. This right here, to me, is a huge reminder of the wealth of multiplication that comes from God's version of prosperity. So I don't know if you can see, just taking a pan through, this is one central plant of kale that the main leafy kale is gone, but you can see how it's branched out, one plant branched out in one season to all these. They're laying on the ground because of the rain and the storm last night, but they branched out and there were all those seed heads. It was real pretty yellow flowers a few weeks ago. Oh, here's a few left. See if I can get it to zoom. So these aren't open, but you can kind of see the buds. So, and then all these pods. Each pod, there's kind of this midrib. Sorry, I'm trying to get it to zoom. The midrib and the two outer sides of the pod on some of these right here that I'm holding have already disappeared, and so the seeds would have reseeded themselves in the ground. But then let's take an example of this one, and it still has, there's the pod, and I just pulled it off of that midrib, and you see there's still seeds attached. And so then you can grab up those little seeds. And to me, as I look at this, yes, it's not a showcase ornamental at this point. It was back during the fall and winter and all spring long. It looked gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Right now, it doesn't look very pretty. But if you look at this and realize that is one kale plant, and you look at each of these little pods, and let's say that 10 to 20, 30 seeds could be per pod. I didn't count, but both sides of that rib have channels full of seeds. So if that's the case, this one kale plant not only provided food to be able to take the leaves off and enjoy for salads or cooking or other types of things. Ignore the milkweed there, it kind of shot up in the middle. But that one plant now has made hundreds, thousands possibly, of these. Well, I'd say there's hundreds of these pods, so there's probably thousands of seeds from one kale plant. Now, if that's not a return on investment, I don't know what is. And I absolutely just love this extravagance and this reminder of the wealth of God and the absolute abundance. So it makes me think back to that verse in scripture that talks about that God is able to do exceedingly abundantly more than I could ask or imagine. Well, this right here, just walking around this plant and seeing the number of pods that have shot out on every direction, they're kind of overtaking the lamb's ear even over here. They fell in the rainstorm and landed on top of the lamb's ear. But all of that from one plant, I'm pretty amazed by that. I think that is absolutely impressive.